Hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel for OQLIS, the Data Insights people. Today we'll be looking at some dashboard customization tips and tricks, or more specifically at how you can get your single value KPIs to look as slick and modern as in this dashboard or even in this one, where you can see they have a floating effect, some rounded edges and transparent backgrounds. So I have an example for you here in which we will be getting this KPI to look like this one. So let's start doing that together. First, we'll go into settings here to the HTML tab. All the customization and styling of a single value KPI will happen in this HTML tab if we're overriding the content with HTML, which we are in this case. As you can see, I have applied some styling already here to the actual KPI, here to the title, just the font size, etc., and then to the value. I've added the title value in here and referenced the value, which in this case is the cost, as you can see there, to the KPI in this area here. Okay, so to start making the KPI look like the one on the right, let's change the background color from a solid color to a linear gradient. I'm going to add the hexes that will match the KPI on the right, but you can make these colors whatever you want them to be. Next, let's add some rounded corners. To do that, we'll add a border radius of 15. And again, you can make this value anything you want. So let's save and see how it's looking. Very nice, except the gradient is going from top to bottom and we want it to go from left to right. So let's just update that. To do that, I will add this 135 degrees into the linear gradient. And now you can see it's going from left to right. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is remove this background. So where so far we've been applying styles to the KPI itself, in order to change this background, we'll need to update the style of the actual Explore. To do that, I'm going to add some script tags because we'll be using JavaScript. So, in order to be able to change the styling of the actual KPI, we need to be able to reference it. And to do that, we need to get the ID that it is being stored as. To do this, I'm going to create a new variable called LMID, short for element ID. I'm going to use this ID that I've assigned to the KPI and get the parent of it to get the ID of the actual Explore. So this might be confusing, but it is just because of how the elements are stored in OQLIS, and this is a shortcut to get the element ID that will allow us to change the actual coloring and styling of the Explore itself. So let's do that. So we'll be using the ID, getting the parent, and then getting its ID. So getting the ID of the parent of the Explore that is using this ID. Okay, to then be able to change the actual styling, we have to go down one and then get the element by its ID, make a new string using the LMID that we have just created and getting its child. Okay, so once again, this is just a shortcut that allows us to reference the actual Explore and to then change its styling. So if you were to be doing this yourself, you would just copy this whole part and just replace this with the whatever ID you have assigned to your KPI in here. Okay, so now that we can call the element by using this one down, we can say one down dot, we want to change the style, we want to change the background color and we want to make it transparent. Okay, so let's save and see what happened. So as you can see, this has removed the white background by making it transparent. And now this Explorer is looking much closer to this one on the right. However, it's still not floating. So let's fix that. To add the floating element, we're just going to change the style of the KPI again by applying a style. Okay, so we want to get a box shadow. And I'm going to add this once again to match the KPI on the right, but you can customize this if you want to. So this is just the offsets of the shadow, and here we have the color, which is black at 10% transparency, so that it's nice and light and looks like a shadow rather than a full solid color. Okay, so let's save and see how it's looking now. Okay, so as you can see, the Explorer is looking much nicer now. It's looking very modern and like the one on the right. So we are finished. This is how you can make your Explorers look slick like in the ones that we showed you in the examples at the start of. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe to get all the latest updates regarding our software.